Steve. I think you're muted, Steve. All right, we'll go to Neil.
Scott, close game there down the stretch. What did you see where you guys weren't able to close things out?
Well, we didn't get the last rebound. That could have helped, but they made two big threes. They got a lot of firepower out there, and they put us in tough positions with Lopez rolling, so we had to protect that. Closeouts were good. Connaughton made two big threes, but we came back and had our share of looks and makes. Big play. I thought I think we're down two, and it's a bang play. Those are tough calls for the officials, but obviously when you look at it again and after the game, you can see that in slow motion it's different than what you see it live. But it's a good game. It was a good game. This team, for 3 years in a row now, they've had championships talent. They got everything. And we battled. They got some injuries. We got some injuries, but it was just a hard fought game and came down to the last possession.
I know you like to run the 3-center rotation. It was pretty much partitioned equally tonight. What do you think? Do you think Daniel is warranting of more playing time?
Yeah.
Fred.
Scott, you mentioned that play where Daniel went up twice under the basket late. Did you consider using your challenge on that play? And if so, why'd you go against it?
Well, you can't use the challenge. It wasn't called, was it?
Guess you're right. That is true.
And the ball went out. I mean, he did knock it out, but that play did not lose the game. It would have gave us two more free throws, but they made those two big threes were huge, but we covered it as well as we can cover it. And Connaughton stepped up and made two contested threes. And like I said, it was one thing about the group that I know, every game we're competing. We've played 20 games in a row, I think, or close to it, that either we won or it came down to the last possession of the game. And not a lot of teams can say that. Even the championship ready teams, they're getting beat in some blowouts. But we're competing, we're battling, we're not making excuses what we don't have. But like I said, this game was a great game. Unfortunately, we've been a couple of these did not go our way, but a couple of them gone our way during this stretch.
And just bigger picture, how have you seen Russell and Brad progress in terms of their on-court chemistry? How have you seen that progress during the season from the beginning of the year to where they're at now?
Well, the good thing about, I knew Russell going into the trade, and I knew there wasn't going to be a problem. Brad didn't know, but Brad has a trust in me, and I knew it would work. Been great. Russell's a team guy. Brad is an amazing player. We got two good leaders that have taken us this far, and they're going to continue to take us. Brad's an all-star. Brad's an all NBA guy. Has a chance to lead the league in scoring. But Russell and everybody, we got a good group of guys that work hard, and we just got to keep building and play like we've done.
Zach.
Coach, what happened with Chandler? We know he was out for the game, but what was the injury? How did he get it?
I think he bumped knees, knee to knee bump. I don't know how serious it is. I saw him icing it after the game.
And obviously, without Rui, you kind of had to go by committee to replace his minutes, so your rotation was up to 11 guys tonight. Do you feel like you're gonna, have to shrink it eventually with the play-in and all that upcoming and this final stretch, or just game by game?
It's game by game. We don't know. Rui's not playing tomorrow night, so everybody has to be ready and step in. But like I told the guys after the game, minute 1 is just as important as minute 48. And you can't relax. We got a lot of guys that we can move in and out of the lineup. So if you're tired, come out. And you should be tired. If you play hard with maximum effort, you should be tired. And guys, you have to be ready. Your minutes have to be hard playing minutes, and we got to do we're gonna have to do that this rest of this trip with guys out.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Hey, Daniel. You're normally in about a sweet spot, 12 to 19 or so minutes. Does the low minutes load for all three of you guys, does that affect the way you play in terms of the way you use your fouls and that kind of stuff?
In my opinion, no. I mean, I just come off the bench and try to be ready to play as much as I possibly can. Try to have my body ready, try to have my mental ready, and just be able to come in and do what I can do to help the team win.
And on that late play tonight with 30 or so seconds left, when you went up twice at the rim, did you think you got fouled there? How would you describe that play?
Most definitely thought I got fouled, but I mean, it's basketball. I mean, refs miss calls all the time. Really not too much worried about that. I should have just passed up the ball at the end there. Russ was right beside me. That would have been a smart play instead of trying to go up with that last layup attempt. I mean, it really just cost us the game, to be honest.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I got one more. Daniel, just with the way you guys are playing, I know you lost tonight, but in your last 16 games or whatever it is, you have something like that, 14 games, you have 3 losses, and all 3 of those losses have been super close. It was the Spurs game, the Dallas game, and the Bucks game. How do you put that in perspective? Is that encouraging that you guys have been kind of that close, even in the games where you haven't been all the way there?
Yeah, I mean, it would be great if we would have pulled through those 3 games that we lost. I mean, but at the same time, throughout most of the time of all the games that we played since I've been here, we took care of business with the wins that we have. With those 3 losses, we just came up short.
All right. I think that's it.
All right.
Appreciate you, Daniel. Fred.
Hey, Brad. You guys in your last 14 games have 3 losses. All 3 of those losses have been by 1 possession. What do you make of that? Is that encouraging? Do you feel like those are lost games? What do you make of that? How that's turned out?
First, praise my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this opportunity. But honestly, I think it's a little bit of everything. It's definitely telling of the growth we've shown, and in years past, a lot of those times we were down big in the games, or we had good leads, and we've sustained runs and kept ourselves in the game, and we made plays down the stretch. But I think it's we can definitely take a lot of good out of them versus bad. Granted, it's all. I think definitely Mavs game I always put on my shoulders because I feel like I could have closed that one out. Tonight was a little bit tough. We could have got a whistle here and there, but I think we did enough tonight to win. We made some big plays down the stretch too, and even the play Aul made and Gaff got the rebound. It was just we had opportunities. Then the other game I forget what it was, but we have. We're putting ourselves in positions to win. We're getting better with executing and closing out down the stretch. But obviously, we can be better. But it's definitely a positive. I look at it as a positive. We've been really good over our last 16, so can't complain.
And speaking of Raul, he had some plays tonight where he's matched up against Giannis, and he's kind of guarded different positions for you guys this year, and he seems to fare pretty well. What allows him to be good in those scenarios in spite of his size?
Well, I call him Wolfman. So, his name sounds like a wolf with Aul. So, we howl all night, and he just has that grit and grind and that mentality that, he's going to play hard. He's going to play tough. And I've seen him in the weight room. He can throw up some weight. So, he holds his own. He embraces his body, embraces his work ethic. And, we trust everybody to be versatile. We trust each other to, accept challenges, guard bigger guys, guard smaller guys, faster, quicker, whatever the case may be. And, depend on each other to help each other out too.
Ava.
Hey, Brad. You've talked so much about the energy that Daniel Gafford brings, but when he comes in late to a game like he did tonight, what kind of effect does that have on you? Do you look at him and say, like, okay, I know how to shift my offense now to kind of get us a couple more easy buckets for him?
Yeah. I mean, we adjust to every big that comes in. I think all three of our bigs have something unique and different about them that they bring to the table. And we utilize them. You know, granted, it's all about coaching his feel and who he wants to go with, you know, in that moment. You know, and he went with Gaff late in the game, and Gaff, I mean, they were small. They were very small at the end of the game. And even when Giannis got his sixth, they were still kind of small. So I don't, you know, coach wanted to maybe be a little bit more athletic, switch 1 through 5, and you know, he trusted Gaff to do that. We all trust Gaff to do that. And you know, it was just a decision. So you know, it doesn't necessarily change, you know, kind of how we play offense. It definitely, you know, makes things a lot easier knowing you have a lob threat, you know, and a guy who can go get offensive boards and really jump and get the ball. So it helped. It helped.
And what was working well for you individually tonight at 42?
I have fun. I enjoy the game. Enjoy being who I am. Enjoy being here. Enjoy every moment of it. And I just got back to the joy of the game.
Steve.
Just what's been the difference for y'all these last 15, 16 games or so? Why have you been playing so well during this stretch there?
One, I always say we're healthy. You know, I always credit that. You know, it always helps and it's beneficial when you have a full roster. You know, guys aren't on minutes, and but you know, we definitely credited our mindset. You know, I think it's our approach to the game. You know, night in and night out, and we follow Russ on that. Just having that mentality of knowing that we have to bring it every night, knowing that we have a great opportunity in front of us to make a run, to make a push, and I think we're just capitalizing on it. You know, we're not saying we're too high, we're not too low. We're just, you know, we're taking it a day at a time, literally, and trying to get better by the day. That's all we can do, and that's all we can control. So it's been great the last 16, but obviously we got to finish out the last 6, 7 stronger.
Zach.
Brad, we haven't really been able to ask you about Russ's chase for Oscar at this point. It's not really much of a chase anymore. I mean, he's on his heels, about to catch him, you know, by the end of the regular season. How special has it been to witness what he's done over the past, you know, couple months and just kind of have a front row seat to it?
Well, I'm definitely honored that I was a part of it. I was a part of some of those assists and, you know, some of those accolades that he'll get, and to witness it and one to be on the other side of it, to see him do it night in and night out against you. That was always tough, but then, you know, to be a part of it and witness him do it, you know, for your team is on a whole new level. You know, I have a whole new found respect for him and his approach to the game and who he is as a player. And, you know, it's just a testament to who he is. You know, this was, I think when you guys mentioned it a while ago, I was saying he'll break it this year. And I think a lot of people had questions in the air whether he would, but, you know, I think that it's definitely an easy thing in the bag almost, so to speak. So, you know, I'm definitely happy that I was a part of it and I got to witness it, and hopefully for more to come for sure.
All right, we'll take a couple more. Christos.
Brad, you lost in Dallas with 1 point, and you respond in the next game against the Pacers. Now you lost in 1 point in Milwaukee. Now you have a game in Toronto against the Raptors. How important for you is to bounce back after a tough loss like this?
We don't really have a choice, Christos. You know, we play in less than 24 hours, so, you know, that's the job we have, and, you know, we can't really heckle on what happened tonight. We obviously know we wanted to win. We lost by 1. We don't do moral victories, but, you know, we can take a lot of positives out of tonight and, you know, kind of throw the bad out because there was some mishaps we had. But for the most part, we understand that Toronto is also a team trying to make a push. And, you know, so when we look at it a game at a time, we understand that, you know, they're right on our heels and they're trying to make a push too for this play-in. You know, it's our job to keep them from doing so.
the way that you fight until the end of the game is a sign of a growth as a team.
For sure. It's just like I said all the time, it's a matter of us being healthy and us just honestly sticking it out and figuring it out on the floor. I really couldn't tell you what game it was that it started clicking or, when it, everybody just started, playing really good together, but it clicked and we stuck with it, and I think that sign of growth definitely is embraceable. And, we definitely look at it as a positive and we just got to continue to build on it. Everybody loves to win. Winning brings great attitude. Winning brings happiness. And, that's what we've been the last month and a half, 2 months. So, we just got to continue to do that and build on it and finish strong.
Last question to Neil.
Hey, Brad, about your guys' photo shoot last week, where did that idea originate from? How did that all come together?
My girl Sash actually brought it to our attention, and she, definitely pitched it to our team. And it was one thing that we kind of just took and ran with it and said it's definitely different. It's something that we wanted to do. We all agreed upon doing. And we see it. Yeah, we're basketball players and, we did a lot of things in the bubble last year, but, the fight for equality, for accountability, for justice, all of that is still in play, for everything that's still going on in the world. We're still in the forefront of it, so, we're just making sure that people don't forget, because it's still an ongoing fight every day.
All right, Brad. Appreciate you.
Thank you.